I love that video. There was just so much there. But the base question for like this first part of the segment after watching that is, do you think the orgasm gap affects relationships and like as a whole between the sexes?
Yeah.
As in just like even friendships.
Yeah.
It's a fact. Women are less like.
Started over. Okay.
I think that's the answer to your question. It's a fact.
It's a fact.
It's a fact. I think definitely it does. I have to say that from my experiences, like a lot of the ways in which it hadn't affected things had more to do with my silence and my feeling like, oh, well, I don't want to either be the partner who's too picky and demanding, or the partner who's like, just like making it more than what it needs to be. Like, we're here for the nut. You came, he did what he had to do, and he came. What else do you expect from him? You know what I mean? Like, that's what you're here for. You came here to pleasure this man, and your gift is the validation that you are worthy enough to be attractive enough that this person can ejaculate. And so that's the kind of sex I was having for most of my life, and am still in some ways in the process of decolonizing, right? Because it's one of those things that, like, as much as you know it, when you've spent the majority of your life. So I've been having sex since I was 17 years old. And like, and sparingly for the first few years, because, strict Dominican household, I wasn't having accessible dick everywhere. But when I really started getting into that dick game, I was already like, damn, like, I got to catch up. Like, I'm not as experienced. I'm a bit heavier set. So like, I need to compensate for these things. And so I didn't even have the self-awareness enough to know that there's something to advocate for. Now, as I started to move through that and started to find partners where I would find a bit of confidence to at least give the feedback and have the conversation, it was interesting. There was one point in my life where I was having sex with two people on and off, and they were like the only two people I was having sex with. And like, one of them was very open and exploratory, and we would have these conversations, and it was great. And the other one was quite literally like, why do we even need to talk about this? Like, why? Like, you're trying to give directions, like you're ruining the organicness of it. It's just supposed to be what it is. Like, and I would talk to him about wanting to get my pussy eaten more and being like, hey, like, I suck your dick every time. In fact, there are times where all that happens is that your dick gets sucked and you're always coming and nothing else happens, and then he's like, oh, but like, I can't, like, almost like he can't just be eating my pussy all the time. Like, it needs to be a surprise. Like, it needs to be a treat, because things will get boring and routine. But I ain't never seen that he was bored of the routine of getting his.
So Julissa, it's always difficult to let you just keep talking, right? Because like, you don't go on tangents, but
you be taking us to church.
You take us to church in a way that like that will address all the points at once, and I'd be like, yeah,
sorry,
like because. Yeah, right. Every time, because it's nothing to worry about. It's just like, now I have to try to remember the points and try to stack them.
Please go, because that's that first chunk. Take that first chunk. The answer is yes.
Fucking shit, right? Like, okay. I guess maybe let's try to go backwards. Yes. The thing about men, and men, this is when we talk about you, we're critiquing you, and you just got to deal with it. Suck my dick, otherwise.
Right.
Men, are mad insecure about their dick. Like, if we want to talk about it, like, literally most of cis male sexuality is based on the insecurity of their penis. Like, so yeah, eating you out has to be like a surprise. And yeah, like all these things that people assume niggas don't know be baffling to me, because it's like, first of all, like, I guess y'all don't be in conversations with men, and otherwise, like, they know, like, you like the clit, like, I mean, I haven't been like, face to face with a vagina, you know what I'm saying, to be like, yeah, like, there the clit is, it's very obvious. But I've seen enough vagina in porn to see the hood and still be like, I know there's something under there. There's, you know what I'm saying, like, I've seen, you know what I'm saying, like, I've seen enough vagina in, orgies where it's like, I'm not quite literally face to face, but it's right there. You know what I'm saying?
It's not hiding.
It's
and if
not
it is,
hiding.
just open the fucking lips.
Right, it's not hiding. So I'm like, they know where it's at. They know what to do, but they also know that like their dick is the least likely thing to please you. But that's the thing that they need to please you the most. So that's what they offer the most. And then when they know that giving you head is what's going to please you, that has to be something like you can't get too used to that pleasure for multiple reasons, because then you'll start to expect to be treated better in other ways as well. So there's that. Then to address, I know this is a jump back, to address the silence situation, like yes to answer the question, because what it creates is that the tension that silence creates, like the simple jealousy, you know what I'm saying, like of looking at a man and knowing full well that he 9 times out of 10 had an orgasm, you know what I'm saying, like this week, at least, you know what I'm saying, like to just know. And I think that people don't give enough credence to like the things that their body and just their mind is just aware of, and how that affects like everything in their life. You might not consciously look at this nigga and be thinking about his sex life, but something in you is aware and is made aware that this nigga had an orgasm.
Yeah.
Now, there's a question that comes up in what it is that you said. I feel like as a male and a person that also is femme and the femme receptive